Good evening, ladies and gents. Right. Quick wave there from Paula. I'm going to explain how I'm going to do the approach, the chroming technique for the Star Wars blaster. Today, it's like a major step forward to doing that, but I had a wee tiny disaster again, but I corrected it. So I'll turn the camera around, show you the pieces, and explain. Right, here we are, here with the main pieces. The grips are on just the other side of the room at the moment. They have a coat of gloss black on them as well, but they're going to stay that colour. These, however, I'm going to explain what's the best and really only method for chroming at this sort of level. Basically, what you need to do is you need to have a good smooth surface for your chrome paint to go onto. So, as you know, I used filler primer for this and wet sanded the parts, so they come out very smooth. But then once you do that, you spray gloss black onto your pieces, so you get a lovely flat, shiny finish like this. So when your chrome paint goes on the top of here, you'll get the shiniest sort of finish for it. For when you come in with your lacquer to go on the top of that, and then fingers crossed, it should retain as much of the chrome look as much as possible. It will dull it a bit. It doesn't matter what you do. You're always going to get a dulling of the chrome once you put your lacquer on. It's the best method I've seen so far is with All-Clad, the All-Clad system, which I am going to use for this. So I have my gloss black on here now. I'll be putting another gloss black through my airbrush, the All-Clad black gloss primer, on top of this as well. Then I'll be putting my chrome paint on top. So all these pieces have come out absolutely excellent. As you can see, that lovely flat, shiny, glossy finish there. There's a few bits in the nooks and crannies which have, the gloss paint hasn't taken to. That doesn't matter. Like here, for example, that doesn't matter because I'll be going in and weathering. They're going to be black inside there, and I'm going to be weathering those with the black oil paints anyway, which I'll explain later how I'm going to do that. But yeah, as you know, that handle bit goes onto there. Grips go here. Now, the mini disaster, which I'll explain what happened with this. You can see a wire running through this. This is what I use as I hold it as I'm painting. So I hold it like this and I just spray it. Well, of course, this piece had to come off the wire, didn't it? And it was a choice between falling to the floor and possibly damaging it, or me catching it in my hand and then quickly putting it back onto the wire. And obviously with doing that, it had black paint on it and I got my finger ridges on it. So I had to wet sand the entire thing again. Another coat of filler primer, wet sanded again, and now I'll have to go back with the gloss paint, the black gloss paint again. It's no great hardship, as you can see. It's absolutely flat and smooth. Now that I'm pretty sure that's going to look great with the chrome paint on there, because there's not one striation line from the 3D printing. So yeah, that's how I hang the once they're painted, I hang them up and leave them to dry like that. I find it the best way to dry the paints, and just put them to one side and leave them alone. Don't touch them.
So Paula and the dog don't stand them.
Yes, it's Paula and the dog don't stand them. But yes, this is the probably the best method for chroming. And various channels showing you this. Bill Duran from Punished Props does the same thing. When he made this, he used the All-Clad method, the All-Clad system. Gloss black primer, and then your chrome on top. I'm not a massive fan of the All-Clad Aqua Gloss lacquer, to be perfectly honest, but it's the method I'm going to stick to, and that's what I'm going to use. So I just wanted to show you these and how basically how you do it, kind of thing. The shinier you can get the gloss, the better, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, that's how you do that. And that's how I'm going to do it. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow I'll get some chrome paint on those and see how it looks. So fingers crossed. That being said, I'm off and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.